Hello, it's again Tuesday afternoon for me, and wherever you are in the world, that's what it is for you. I want to share two more tips with you that I don't usually share, but I've gone through this again, the Positive Discipline A to Z, which I can highly recommend. This is the one that you grab in the heat of the moment when you're not sure what to do and get some new ideas. Or you've missed the heat of the moment and you're not happy with how things went and you're thinking, oh, there must be a better way. Then go look at this. You'll get a lot of new, fresh ideas that you've forgotten about or didn't know about. So these two I often forget about. And I did the same thing. I went back through and looked at this, and so I just wanted to share it with you, which is the kids are fighting. This tends to work. This works with kids up to age 10 or so. As they're getting towards the teenage years, it's harder to do. But when kids are fighting, this works also too when your children have friends over. They're fighting, they're not working things out, it's going back and forth. Maybe the language is not so pleasant. And you say, okay, everybody, onto the couch, and you all sit on the couch until you can agree to give each other permission that everyone gets off the couch, and you try again. So keep your tone light, humorous, and just say, whoa, you guys are having a hard time with this one. Okay, everybody on the couch. Just do it sort of almost like it's a game or something. Like, in our house, this is how we do it. And then they all stay there until they all agree to give each other permission. Okay, and get up, we're going to try again. And usually this distracts them from the issue at hand, and then they get more involved with cooperating to figure out how they're going to get off the couch and forget about what they even were fighting about in the first place. But it's like a reset. They just get a reset. Sort of along this vein, you can also say, okay, you guys go off in such and such a room, another room of the house, and you two work out, or two or three or four work out a solution. And when you figured out how you're going to solve this problem, come back out and tell me what you've come up with. Again, keep your tone light. It's normal that kids fight. These tips are almost way more for us to help us keep our cool than for the kids to work things out. We're usually the ones that are more the problem. They'll work it out in their way. So we're the ones that often need to help them keep it light, also for ourselves. So just say, hey, you guys are having trouble figuring this one out. How about you go over in that other room and you come up with a solution and let me know what you come up with. And they will. You'll be amazed what they come up with. So, and then with younger kids, just one more thing that I was amazed would work, and this sort of goes into that sharing category. Now, a lot of parents find that sharing works very well. I, being one of 8 children in very close succession, I didn't like that I had to share so much, so I'm a little sensitive on that topic, I'll freely admit. So I did not insist that my children share, but we had a few things related to that, and one was that this is touching on a sibling or a friend fighting, that if two kids were fighting over, say, the same toy or activity or something, I would then say, okay, whoops, stop here a second. Let's work out how we're going to take turns on this. Do you want to take turns after 2 or 3 minutes? Usually they would take 3, but sometimes they'd surprise you and say 2.5, and say, okay, I'll set the kitchen clock. And 9 times out of 10, I was amazed. They would go off both quite content with the solution. And after the kitchen clock buzzed, it'd say, oh, timer buzzed. They both would have forgotten about it. So very often the issue is not the issue, as we often say. It's not really about the toy or the activity. It's about the power struggle or whatever else is going on. So all of these 3 tips are things that just help lighten it, make it into a game again, not take the fighting too seriously, and no lectures, no preaching. It's not about that. They are just figuring this out, how to share a space together in the same room, in the same family, with whatever objects are there. It's all good. It works out. Believe me, it does. And these are just ways to help us stay light about it. So, again, have fun with that. Happy parenting. Goodbye till next week.